Wow.
Right, we are back at Jiyoon's Roastery. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do this little fun tasting set of Peru coffees. So Peru coffee, honestly, very underrated in my opinion. This year has been very interesting for Peru coffee. You see a lot of new varietals like SL9, Gesha, but this is the first time that I have tasted a coffee from Cup of Excellence of Peru, and this is the #2 winner of the Cup of Excellence competition. So 2,405 meters, 90.21. Jiyoon will talk a little bit more about that in the video that you're about to see, but we're gonna do a little tasting set where you're gonna be able to taste this coffee next to a more, I would say, normal Peru coffee. This is a pile of very expensive coffees.
Oh, it's on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can slit open this Peru. It got, whoa, it's very heavy.
Do you need help?
Yeah, potentially. Oh! Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sal. The beans have landed.
The beans have landed.
Beans and beans have landed. What is this coffee?
This is one box of Peru coffee, Cup of Excellence #2 winner. It's a blend of Bourbon and Gesha.
And
So very clean.
what did this score, and did you have to bid on it, and so on and so forth?
We have to bid on it. It scored 90.21. Here, you can see.
90.21. Though they're the specs of the coffee. So 90.21, rank #2, Cup of Excellence #2.
Yes, Campo Verde, which means green farm. Producer Wilfredo in the Cusco region of Peru, and Gesha Bourbon varietal mix. Super high
Wow,
altitude.
2,405.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So very excited. Look at this handle with care. Contains specialty coffee.
I've never, this is really fun, I'm gonna take a picture of it. I've never had a Cup of Excellence Peruvian coffee, so quite excited for this. So, do all of these COE coffees come like this?
Yeah, they all come in a box of 30 kilos. All right. I requested that the coffee gets packed in 3 10-kilogram bags rather than 2 15-kilogram bags, because in the Grain Pro, as it's vacuum packed, it keeps fresh for a long time, and we want to maximize the freshness. Okay, I'm gonna go for it now. Wow, it smells. It smells super fresh. Wow. Whew.
Can you tell which one's Gesha, which one's Bourbon?
Smells like Cusco.
Smells like Cusco, wow. But we're gonna get this
Sample roasted.
sample roasted. Bean fell out. We're gonna get the sample roasted and we will go and taste it.
Yeah, so we bid on the auction, during the auction, many months back, and this coffee we bought at $75 per pound green.
Okay, but this is a #2.
#2 winner.
Of COE.
Yes.
So yes, that's why it is 75 a pound. So more premium coffee, but I think it'll be very exciting for you all to taste.
These are the 2 other coffees from Peru that would be interesting to taste alongside the Cup of Excellence Peru. This is Hermanos Gia. It's a washed Bourbon. And this is producer named Evelina. This is also from Cusco, which is where our Gesha Cup of Excellence #2 is from.
Oh wow, smells great.
Yeah,
Washed.
washed.
COE, there's like a limited amount, but you have a lot more of these coffees. So these are like gonna be around for a bit of time,
Well,
hopefully.
I only bought 1 bag of each.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
More coffee.
they're also washed.
Oh, very different smell to these. So 3 Peru coffees then. Peru, COE, and then these 2, you'll get very different expressions. They're all washed, right? 3 washed Peru coffees.
Yeah, this is very fruity. Here. Let's do a comparison.
Nice.
Yeah. So this Cusco coffee from producer Evelina, it's a blend of Bourbon, Typica, and Caturra. But very, very consistent screen sizes. So it's been processed really well. And then this coffee from Hermanos Gesha is another washed coffee from Peru, but this is just a single varietal of the Bourbon.
We're gonna roast them and taste them. See you in a bit. I really hope the coffee tastes amazing off of this grinder, because Harry upgraded things.
It's smelling amazing.
So these are Peruvian coffees. I'm gonna move this around, but yeah, grinding these coffees, we are going to cup them, and it will be really fun to present this coffee together to you all, especially because I feel like a lot of Peruvian coffees, totally underrated. This year, we're seeing Peru on the rise, and this is the first time that I have tasted a Cup of Excellence Peru coffee, so I'm very excited. But also, it's good to taste, the best stuff next to other strong coffees, and these are all 3 coffees from Peru, so should be a lot of fun.
Wow.
Oh, geez.
Woo!
Wow. Wow. Wait, this thing has
A lot. There's a lot going on.
a lot happening there. Washed coffee too.
Yeah.
These are
All
also
washed.
yeah, these are also really good, but like this is insane. So let's get set up. I think what's really interesting about a lot of Peru coffees is like I do feel like they kind of get lumped in with like some of the darker fruits at times, but like recently I'm seeing a lot of Peruvian coffees have like tropical and really, really loud acidity and a lot of those types of notes. So it's been really interesting, especially with Peruvian Gesha. Another interesting thing is like Peru Geshas are like cheap in terms of like they're like not uber expensive coffees, and they're like
More affordable.
right, they're more affordable, but they're very expressive and loud and floral and delicate and all of that, and they're on the come up. But we see that with like SL9, we see that with Gesha. But what's really exciting to me here is like this is just a high scoring Peru coffee. We have other Peru coffees here which you would score these 87, 86, 87 world, and then we have a 90. So there's a 3-point difference there. Is that something that you'll be able to taste? Probably, but it's fun, right? It's fun to have comparison points. So I'm gonna be tasting some of these coffees, and we will see what happens. So we'll give these all a taste, and we'll let you know what we think about each of them. Coffee from the EK, tasting really nice and clean due to Harry's upgrades with the Le Brew burrs.
Shout out to Harry.
Shout out to
Moi Coffee.
Moi Coffee.
We miss you over here in New York.
Wow. Let's let these coffees cool down. All washed, all very clean. Nothing I would say is like very process forward or anything weird, especially in the finish. Like we get a lot of definition in these, but a little too hot to tell. So I'll let them cool down for a little.
But even when it's hot, you can see how different they are despite being from the same origin, the same processing style of washed.
All right, so it has now been, what, about 15 to 20-ish minutes?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
So cool down, let's give it a taste. That's when you really want to see things open up. Also, these are on the fresher side, but we'll get those cupping notes for you in the video. A lot of these Peru coffees are a lot brighter than I picture them to be.
Yeah, fruity.
Very clean. Just like good washed coffee, man. Crazy.
Good washed coffee, man.
Good washed coffee, man. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, right?
That's incredible. What is happening there? There's so much happening. Very complex.
No, there's a lot happening there. It's like, here we're at like 1600 meters above sea level with Evelina's coffee. Then we move to Buno, which is about 1800 meters above sea level, 1800 to 1900. And then here we hit 2405 meters above sea level. There's a lot happening in there, a lot of fruit, complexity, and just such a sweet, lingering aftertaste. Juicy body, very, very cohesive and intact. It's well structured.
Very, very structured.
I just want to keep sipping on it. Wow.
I get a lot of tropicals.
Yeah.
A lot of tropical, loud fruits, but clean.
Guava, pineapple.
Very structured. There is also interesting florality with this too. Like you get structured acidity, layered. Wow,
That's
this is super interesting.
That's the Gesha kicking in, the florality.
It's interesting because like, why do you think this one is just like a blend of two coffees, like or versus just like, you know, straight Gesha or Aroma?
I think there could be a few different reasons. I'm gonna try to ask the producer directly, but sometimes with Cup of Excellence competitions, you need to have a minimum kilograms of one lot to be able to enter the competition. And it's not just coffees that get sold and auctioned off. They also have to provide coffees that get tested by national cuppers and international cuppers, and for quality control. So my guess is that they didn't have enough of the Gesha, so to hit that threshold.
Yeah, because like I don't know what the percentage is, but like if you just look at the beans, you can tell like, you know, some of the bigger beans are probably Gesha, but what I'm visually mostly seeing, at least in the sample, it's Bourbon, I think. And I think that's what's let's see if that shows. I think that's what's interesting about this, because that means we're tasting Bourbon, a lot of Bourbon.
Oop. No!
You're dropping expensive beans on the floor. So much acidity, sweetness. I think what's interesting is sweetness here. So in recent times, I have had very layered and complex Peruvian coffees, SL9s from Say, SL9 from Bots. Those are all very like structured. Like here's this pointy, sharp acidity that's like loud and expressive. What's interesting with this is there's this level of sweetness that I just often don't find in Peruvian coffees. And at least Peruvian coffees that are also as loud as this coffee. It's really good. I don't know what else to say. Like, if you really enjoy washed coffee, this is like such a pure presentation of like Peruvian terroir and processing, and it's really tasty. I would taste this, and I honestly, I'm kind of surprised that it's from Peru. Like, if you didn't tell me it's from Peru, I'd be very surprised.
Where would you guess if you didn't know?
I mean, this feels like something like Colombia or Ecuador. Like, I mean, I'm very familiar with a lot of Ecuadorian coffees now, and there is a lot of yellow fruit in this. I feel like a lot of Peruvian coffees have like darker fruits in them at times.
But this I do get a lot of tropical, like you said.
This is on another level. Wow.
It's like super sweet, pleasant acidity, pineapple juice that you can just sip on all day long.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we mainly wanted to make this video about this COE coffee because it's just so cool that you have access to coffees like this and you bid on it, right? And this is it. That's all. Okay, this is all there is. I want to also taste these coffees too and highlight these because, you know, you don't have to spend that much to also enjoy Peruvian coffee. So that's why these are here too, because
we understand that this is not accessible to everybody. at the price point that it is. I think these other coffees from Cusco and Puno, so Cusco, Puno, Cusco, these two are the same region, are very nice, sweet, forward, clean presentations of a Peru coffee.
What's interesting is comparing this to these two. This feels like this just has this level of sweetness that this coffee has without this crazy acidity. And this has the acidity that this coffee has, but it doesn't have like the sweetness. So it's kind of like, this is like kind of these two smashed together, which is interesting. But this is for sure is on a different level. It's much more expensive and it's grown very, very high in 2,400 meters. These are just like,
Wow.
you know, nice, good.
Good cups. I got apple from the Cusco.
A lot of nice sweetness here.
Yeah, like a sweet, crisp apple.
And this guy,
And some honey. This guy.
much
You
more
get
structured acidity.
Yeah, more acidity. The story about this producer, it's the Kia brothers, and Bernardina is the woman of the household, and they have to walk 4 hours to get to the nearest road. So once they're done with harvesting and processing, in order to sell their coffee, there's no road that goes into their farm. They literally have to lug the coffees, the 69 kilograms of coffee for 4 hours.
Wow.
Coffee is hard work.
Yeah, but this one tastes. This I feel like is for sure up a lot of enthusiasts' alley. Like nice crispy acidity, clean, just clean finish. This here is also nice. But for those of you chasing acidity and chasing louder coffees, for sure this Yoyi is like on a different level here. This is the second, number 2. Wow, guava, pineapple,
Yeah.
floral, sweet. This here, I'm trying to figure out what this tastes like.
Oh, this is so good.
But this does have really nice crisp acidity. I would say this also kind of is like mango in a way, or like green apple.
Yeah, it's like the similar note, reminiscence of like guava-like fruit in this middle cup.
Pear, actually. Maybe like I can't remember, not like the white pears, but like the yellow pears.
You mean the Asian pears?
Asian pear,
Oh.
yeah. That's what this tastes like to me, Asian pear.
Yeah,
Get a little bit of even that skin in there too.
crisp Asian pear.
Yeah, that's what this tastes like to me.
Like a cold, crisp Asian pear.
Put that as a flavor note on the bag. This here, red apple.
Which varietal?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Fuji or Honey Crisp?
I don't know. I'm
Or
not an
Pink
apple
Lady.
expert. Apple expert.
Red apple.
Red apple?
Yeah, red apple.
So we have red apple, Asian pear, guava, tropical, mango,
Everything.
florals, everything. Like these two combined into there. They're washed coffees. They're all clean. They're all structured. But this COE is so interesting to me. Like I'm so curious what people think. You know, we do these fun little monthly collabs with Jiyoon, put them on the internet. But really, it's just like so cool because again, Jiyoon has access to these like Cup of Excellence coffees. She's bidding on them. And I feel like this might be the best Peruvian coffee you will have this entire year.
Wow.
It's incredible. I can't wait for the production roast. Like we're tasting, by the way, sample roasts.
Yeah,
Fresh sample
that
roast.
was roasted an hour ago.
Yeah, but wow, that's
So
incredible.
I think we will roast, the production roast will be very, very light and with some rust, sufficient rust. It'll be even better than this.
Yeah,
So much, yeah, wow, so excited.
yeah, but this is a really fun coffee. You know, the last few videos we did like, okay, show you the coffee, but this is one where we can have it all in one, where we open the coffees up and we get the sample roast and we're able to taste them all together. So I'm very excited for you all to try this coffee. You know, we'll discuss on the Discord, but this is the fun stuff. We come in town, we do these fun coffee collaborations, but more so like, this is so cool. This is the first time I've tasted COE Peru coffee before. It's
Now
amazing.
I'm getting more florals, like hibiscus flower.
Yeah, like guava, tropicals, fruits, banana a little in there, florality, long linger of sweetness, harmony. I mean, this is a great example of a very high scoring, well processed,
Harmonious.
clean coffee. and it's coming out of Peru. So I'm very excited for you all to try these coffees. Of course, I think you'll put these up as well online for people to pick up. So you can do this kind of comparison. Like, I would say pricing, does this coffee taste 2 to 5 times better? That's, up to you to decide.
That's for you to decide.
But I think what's really interesting is when you get to this level of coffee, it's really interesting. And for those of you who are trying to expand your palate, understand these regions a little bit better, this is really, really strong for you all to experience. But otherwise, thank you so much for spending the time to watch this video. We might post some videos of the production roast of this coffee. I'm not sure yet. Some brewing, but this is just the initial cupping of this coffee. Okay, very heavy coffee. I'll take this away. But yeah, 90.21 Peru coffee. Cup of excellence, number 2. Very cool. Okay, all right. Bye.
Bye.